Hello everybody. Today I will talk about NebulaMan basics. So this is NebulaMan version 2. So when you start NebulaMan for the first time, you will see the message about Aqua initialization error. So and you will be automatically redirected to settings window. So what is Aqua Nebula configuration? It is simply this is a file, XML file, which belongs to your Nebula plugin. You will find it in the same folder as your Nebula plugin. So if you're using Nebula 3, you should look for Nebula 3 reverb.xml, and if you're using Nebula 4, you should look for Nebula n4.xml. So let's select the right file. So we will go to my Nebula 4 VST plugin folder. So okay, let's find it. Okay, this is the folder. So okay, n4.xml document. So let's open it. We don't need to save file project. Okay, the first category, as you can see, the main window is divided into two parts at startup. So upper part is effect browser and lower part is waveform. So you can see currently loaded waveform of the currently loaded audio file. So in a repository in FX browser, there is a category called Nebula repository, and it is being filled with all your programs which are stored in your Nebula repository. So these programs, presets, they are in native format, so you don't need actually Nebula plugin for this. So this is the step one. And the second step, if you are using VST2 plugins, this is a new feature of NebulaMan 2. You should also define folder for external plugins, so VST2 plugin path. So in the same way, we should go to VST plugin folder. Okay, this is the one. Select, and this second category in FX browser, it is filled with your VST plugins. So as you can see on the left side of the browser, there are folders, and on the right side there are actual plugins. And in the root, if we select the root node, there are all plugins listed from all subdirectories. So the only thing left to set is actually the audio device, which is your sound card. And this is pretty much it. You can leave all other settings as they are. Okay, now I will close this settings window. Let's talk a bit more about this interface. So interface, there's one thing which is always on the window, on the main window. This is the waveform, so you cannot hide it. You cannot actually move it. On the right side of the waveform, there is a volume button. I will turn it down. You will see why. So, and on the top of the waveform, there is a button which is used for selecting the audio file. So if I click on the button, here I can select the audio file to be previewed. Only one audio file can be loaded at the time. And also, if I right click on this button, I will see the recent list of the recently opened loaded audio files. Okay, this is the waveform. At the bottom, right bottom, there is a CPU usage information, and this is pretty much it when we are talking about waveform or fixed. This is the fixed. Sorry, this is the fixed part of the user interface. So now at the top there is FX browser. So this is the window which can be hid or which can be moved or docked. So let's see how to do it. If I click on the title, you can see I can move it on the different parts of the window. So let's move it here. There is a divider or for extending or shrinking windows. So this is the actual, we call it dock. We have multiple different docks in NebulaMan, like there is, if you go to menu and window, there is a browser, FX chain, project pool, etc. We will talk about them later. So, okay, this is one dock currently visible, and at the top there is standard menu bar and toolbar. Toolbar is actually, there are few toolbars which can be moved also. So we can move them to different location, left, right, left edge, right edge, top, bottom. So, but I think it's best to leave it here for now. So as you can see, you can customize your working space, your layout, so that you can work easily, and there are many possibilities how to do it. Okay, let's preview this file. So preview is basically, with preview I mean we will listen to this audio file. So there is start preview button in the toolbar. So let's start it. Okay, preview is playing. We can change its volume. I will turn it down. If you want this file to be looped, just check this repeat preview option and press this button, and it will loop. So I think this is pretty much it. Okay, we can show how to open another dock. Let's say FX chain. This is a special dock which is used for our effect chains. So we can leave it floating like this, or we can dock it as other docks. So let's put it here. So this is basically my favorite layout. So I have presets on plugins here. I have FX chain here, and I have preview file here. So we can manage, or we can arrange these docks in a few different ways. So we can have, for example, two docks, two windows as in a tabbed interface. So each tab is a different window or dock. So we can just a moment. Okay, we can move it let's say like this. So we have a browser above FX chain. So this is one way, or we can put it here, and we can put it here. So you can see there are different possibilities, but as I said, my favorite is this one. Okay, where is it? How to? No, it's too big. I have to shrink it a bit. No. Okay. I'm not doing this every day, so let's leave it like this. So I think this is these are the main informations which are needed for basic NebulaMan usage. So we will continue with next video, where I will explain how to preview file with some effects. Bye bye.